Guys, good morning, welcome to the stream. Another day, another pip catching day, fingers crossed. If the market allows it, then yeah. So I'm just finished setting up guys. I've just left this screen on for now because I just want to quickly go over yesterday's trade. Well, as soon as I come off the stream, we actually ploughed through the floor, which was nice. So yeah, I want to go over the quickly the wing back we had as well. So we had a lovely wing back on. How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? You didn't have to call me on. Nearly done, guys. I've just got to get the YouTube bit up. I was running a bit late this morning. Lovely weather yesterday. I even went for a swim in the sea. Yeah, and then today, miserable. Absolutely miserable. Properties. So, I'm going to go over, let me turn this up, I'm going to go over, morning Jordan, I'm going to go over yesterday's trade quickly. Yesterday's trade quickly. So we were around here, I believe I called it. No, was it around there? I can't remember now. No, it wasn't. It was here, wasn't it? It was here. So we were here. I believe we got it. We had a sell stop here, didn't we? And our take pass and moved to break even, I believe, was about here. And then as I come off the stream, I looked and we're actually down there, and we'd hit take pass and move to break even. Now the thing where I was thinking we were going to get was this. I thought we were going to get this straight from here. So I took a nice trade out of that. I'll show you what I made. We made another 515, 514 out of that, which I'll show you on the logbook shortly. 514 we took out of this trade, and then we got stopped at break even. And then price came back up. Now here's the thing. We had this as a wing back sell, didn't we? Look at that, guys. Tap absolutely plummeted through the floor. So this was a lovely, lovely setup. And the reason we've done this, because why? Remember what we said the daily was going to end up like? Well, the dailies ended up exactly what I said it was going to end up like. Okay. So lovely day yesterday. I'll just quickly show you on the stream. I've updated the stream record, and I've updated the logbook as well. So there's yesterday's trade. It was a breakout sell. And oh, where's the profit? There you go. Oh, that's not right. That's not right. It's 514. Sorry guys, I've done that wrong. 100 pips, 10 pips. Yeah, lovely. That's right, lovely. No, I don't think that's right. 544. Let me just check this, guys. 2 seconds. I've got a song stuck in my head. You didn't have to go. What day are we on here? Oh shit! That's bloody. Oh fuck! That's bloody last month. That's why. Sorry, my bad. There we are. There we are. I was like, they don't look right. Okay, I'm trying to keep it 100% right, guys. Right. I want to be very transparent for people, because that's what I'm trying to bring to the industry. So 514 we took from that there. 23 pips at take pass, moved break even, and unfortunately we got stopped out. So we're doing okay this month so far. 1,500 quid up on a 200k account. So I'm keen to do a top down. Let's get into a top down. Let's see what we can see. Let's get my racket off. So let's go straight into a top down. Monthly. We're still pushing up. We broke the highs. However, I still feel we cannot close above here on the monthly without coming to tap this level. Now what I can see happening now off the weekly and the way the daily's closed is this monthly coming up to tap this and then rejecting and then flipping. So we'll get something like tap, and then they reject to come down. That's what I can see happening, believe it or not. With a nice big long wick to the upside, like that. I might be wrong, but that's what I can see happening this monthly. Now, weekly, the weekly range we're in, this is the weekly range we're in. Now, every time you've broke back into this range, so the range we're in is here to here. So therefore, what should this candle do? Well, technically, this candle should flip to the upside to come and tap 2413. I am going to be getting a sell at 2413 with stops just above the high to come back down, because if we tap that, we should reject to come back down, in my opinion. Okay, if we break above there, then I don't have a clue where price is going. I'm not interested. So I will be getting a sell limit on there on one of the streams. Okay, now at the minute, the only thing what sort of catches out for buys up now is how steep can this bottom wick come. That's the only thing what catches out now. And the daily is going to help with this. So this is the range we're in. So this is our targets, what we're looking for, right? Now I won't be taking sells below here, and I won't be taking buys above here. Right? This is my extremities, if you like. Now the daily came all the way back down, right? All the way back down. Now the thing with the daily is, every time you closed respecting this level, and we highlighted this yesterday, so you had one here, this one's not, it's not as close, so I'm just disregarding this, but here, here, and even here, what happens to price? Well, the closest ones is this one and this one. And what happened with the daily? The daily came all the way back down. Okay, all the way back down. Now the issue we've got now is we didn't actually come all the way back down. We came to previous support, which is here. Now it does look like we've closed back into the area on the daily. So at any point this daily can flip to the downside. Now how far is this going to come down? This is the question. Now after we made this move, before we made this big move back down, what happened to price? Well, for me, price tapped this area. So are we saying that we can be on this one? We can't get this because we haven't got the liquidity. So are we saying that, oh, what did I do there? Are we saying that we can't drive down unless we come and tap 2413, right? And if that's the case, then we need to come back up. So then, where does price tell me where it's done this before in the past? Good morning, Ella. The only place is here. So you close respecting these levels, and then you got a daily close like this. And then the new daily opened up with no bottom wick and just pushed all the way up. So today, are we going to get something like this? Just a push, bullish, 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 bullish. Now the only thing what's put me off about this now is we've actually closed below this level. So that means this daily could flip to the downside. And when you get a daily close below there, what happens to price? Well, here's the thing. It hasn't happened before. It's drove straight through, drove straight through, drove straight through. You've got this one, but again, you've tapped this. So I actually don't think we can drive down unless we come and tap this level. So very tricky. If you said to me, okay, how steep can this bottom wick be on this daily? Well, the next zone on the daily is going to be here. Like that. That's the next zone. You come through, back down, straight through. I would probably put that as another zone. However, I might be wrong here, but I think, personally, I think we're on this. I think we're here. I know we've broke into this range, but the thing with the dailies, they are always a bit skew-if. So if we are saying, right, this is what we've got, this, then could we just buy up? Could we buy up? Then we've got to say, okay, what's the reasons to come back up? Well, some great reasons. You've got 2 dailies with both with no top wicks. Also, the weekly hasn't filled the range. This is the range on the weekly. So it's a case of, if price does come down, I don't know whether I'll be selling down. I think I'd want it to come down to then come back up above here. Then I'd be taking buys above here to come up. That's probably what I'd be looking at today, really. But that's if this daily does flip. I'm not sure it's going to flip. Yes, it's pulling back. It doesn't mean it's going to flip. Might do. Might do. So we'd have to look at a smaller time frame to see what price is done, really, in regards to taking sells. But I'm very interested in buys back up, believe it or not. And remember, I keep saying this, where the gold tends to do this on the dailies. Look, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. That's how it tends to move, even when you're on an uptrend. Look at this: bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bearish, bullish, bullish. It's always, well, it tends to be opposite. So if that's the case, then are we going to get a bullish daily close today on this? Okay, so that's what I've got going on there. So difficult around this area. We need to see what's going on. So what's the 4 done? So the 4, so when we get a close above, we need to find the 4 range, the next 4 range. I would probably say, that's a 4 range. For me to take sales, I'll probably need a 4-hour close below this. Okay. Now, we've broke above it, we've pushed up, we've tapped this level, we've came back down, which was yesterday. Are we going to tap? So the last time we were up here was here. And we pull back to this level. Could we get a win back buy? I don't even think I'd take a win back buy. I need to see where these 4s are, guys. So if we go like that. Every time you get 4 close above here, what happens to price? Well, you don't actually drive, you tend to come back. So we would probably want a 4 close above that. And that would confirm. If we got a 4 close above this, that would confirm the daily pushing bullish. That's on the hours. So before we close below this, but you don't tend to get that nice break, you tend to fly through, so we might have to look on the hour. Let me look left. That's all we've got, I think, isn't it? Yeah, the 4s don't tell me much coming down. It's fairly straightforward pushing up. You get a nice break, don't get a pullback there. Nice break, you get a pullback here. So break, pullback here. So fairly straightforward in regards to the 4s, break, push. So if we get a 4 break above there, fantastic. I'll take buys up. Fairly straightforward. We're gonna have to look on a lower time frame here for setups. What's the 3s done? The 3's got 2 hours left. The 3 doesn't tell me much, apart from we're still bullish. Go 1. We haven't tended to have done this really, apart from over in that area. I want to see that daily. Let me mark this daily up, see if this is the same. So we want to mark this one. Okay. Let's mark this up, see what's happening here. So we came up, and we had that drop through the floor. This is what we're getting now. And then, what we've done, we've started rejecting, back into the range. We didn't quite come in the range, did we? But we pull back down to that. Now we've pushed past that, so obviously hasn't worked. We pushed past that. How far is this pullback going to be? And then how we're going to start pushing. What if we got? If we get a 1 hour break above, we can simply buy up. Yeah. You don't tend to pull back too much. Price is it's only done this once where it's come back down to this level. Because you've been down here already. So you've been down here, you came back up and then you've gone. What about this? You need to come and tap. As soon as I can work out an advantage point, we'll just jump in. Get amongst it. What's this here? Am I quiet, guys? Am I alright? Morning, guys. Morning, Nella. Morning, Jack. Is it me or is it a little quiet? Yeah, just let me know. Sorry, I did check the chat there. Probably me. How was that? Is that better? Yeah. And I was the same for everyone else, but your sound seems a little quiet. Yeah, nice one. Is that better, guys? Just have a listen to that. Yeah, I've got to turn my mic up. That's fine. My mic's not the best. I need confirmation that this daily is going to push bullish or it's going to flip bearish. And if it flips bearish, I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know whether we can flip. Let's think about it logically. Can we push down? Can we push down? We haven't tapped that level, but we did break this high. So, if we can push down, how far are we going to push? That's 110 pips. Don't know if this 4 can drive. I think these 4s might have to. I think what we might get is something like this. But this might have been this. And then we've tapped this. Does that mean we're going to come through the floor now? I want it to come back down. But because the daily, I mean, remember what we said on the daily? The previous daily support. Where did we have previous daily support? Was it this level? Was it this level? It didn't have to come me up. There we go. Yeah, we're on. We're on. What I would like, guys, right, I would actually like a break the lows but we don't drive and then we come back into the area. That would make me feel better coming up. So I'm not sure it's going to happen London session. This is the thing. I'm hoping it does, but I'm just not sure because this is a daily candle, remember, so it might spend London session pushing down and then New York session pushing the opposite way. Did anyone catch that wing back sell yesterday? Where you tapped and just plummeted through the floor. Very tricky taking anything in here at the moment because we don't know what the daily's going to do. Is the daily going to flip? And if so, is it going to come back up? Or are you going to drive down? The only area where the daily's ever closed in this area is this. That is it. It's the only area where we've closed. I mean coming down. There's nowhere else where the daily's closed. But then you've got to say, well, that means this one's going to be bullish. However, you've actually broke into the next range below. So sometimes the ranges can be a bit skew-if. So for example, if you look at this range, yeah, so this one broke the low straight back in. This one didn't quite fill it. This one's not fully tapping it, but this one broke this high. So sometimes on the dailies the ranges are a bit skew-if. So I'm just saying, okay, could this daily be skew-if, but it's still close respecting? Okay, so therefore, are we going to get this bullish daily close all the way back up? And if that's the case, can we just look at buys around here? Yes, we can, but we've got to wait for confirmation. And what's confirmation? We've got to see price. It looks like it's coming down, so we've got to see price rejecting from around these levels. Now, if we can get some sort of maybe an aggressive entry as a 30's pushing nicely, 15. So look what these 15s do. If this 15 can close respecting this and we can push out, and if we come back into this range we can potentially buy up from there. That might initiate the move. We've got the 30 minute candle next to close. Actually we probably wouldn't be able to do that, would we? What are you gonna do, gold? Are you gonna plummet through here? Or is this a pullback to push up? That is the question. That is the question. Watch your money on, guys. Are we gonna come through? Or do you remember what we had on yesterday as well? We're actually looking at wing back buys from here. And price came back up, which was nice. So they would have played out lovely. Trying to see what we can do for a wing back buy potentially. It's either wing back buy or we take just buys above these levels, like when you get a closer above the closure below above there. Potentially take that. Lovely pushing candle on the 30. Nothing looks similar. This is the issue I've got. So I've got no data to go off. Nothing looks similar. I mean, you tend to reject around here, but you can also come straight through. So I don't know what price is going to do at the minute, guys. I've got to make sure that this gets respected. I've got to make sure that if we pull down to this level, this gets respected, and then we can come back up. I would imagine us breaking the low, so it'll pop out to come up. For me to take sells below there, I'd need a forward close, because you're bullish. Bullish. We could just be getting this. If that's the case, could we not take a wing back buy off the 4? Maybe. What would that look like on the daily though? I'm looking at this 4. I don't like, for wing backs, I don't like where the 4 closes down there. I don't like that. I like 4s like this, where the 4 taps and then rejects, flips bullish. There's still 1 hour 30 left of this 4. We could potentially take this as a wing back buy, and if the 4 closes below, we could get something like pullback, get out before coming down, but that's what we'd have to see what happens. The only thing I don't like about this range below, you look at these 4s here, you can actually drive all the way through. This one didn't even pull back. So it's not the best really on the 4, but on the way down you do tend to reject from there to come back up. Every time really, reject, back up, reject. You rejected here, back up, then you came through. But here's the thing, we've already done that rejection. We've already done it. So if you look at this has done it, came down, rejected, back up. So now after the rejection, what happens to price? Well, you can either carry on up or carry on down. So I really don't know what's going to happen here. I think we're going to have to wait, because there's this pullback here is this area, pullback, gone. And if that's the case, I really don't like the daily though. The daily's not, I'm not really interested in sells. Have a look at the hour. Let's see if we get an hour close below here, what happens to price. Again, you can just drive through, can't you? I mean, we're getting really nice pushing candles for a wing back buy. This is what you want for a wing back buy. I'm not sure whether we're going to reject again. The hour comes through and then still pulls back. So that's a good sign. Tap, reject. Tap, reject. Okay. Tap, reject. This is what we're not sure about, isn't it? We don't know whether we're going to come through like this. Whether we're going to reject. It's really not the best, guys. I don't know whether I'd like that. Really lovely. I mean, if we do take it, let's have a look at 15. 15. When the 15 taps this, what happens to price? Tap, pull back. Okay. Tap, tiny pullback, gone. So if the 15 closed below, we could look to get out, I suppose. But tap, back up. Straight through. Not really liking that either. Don't like it, guys. I'm just after buys. I don't know. I mean, the 15s tend to come down to. Look, that'd be better on the 15. 2, 3, 5, 5 for a win back. Probably that. Even when you drive down, tap, pull back, but this one tapped it first. I'm really not into the sells, guys, unless I get a forward close below. However, if we do come down and we mess about here and we struggle and we see a little pop out back in, and I can confirm that this is a fake out, then we'll buy up from here. But other than that, the minute all I've got going on is buys above there, and it might not happen in London. So if I can get something like that, 15's broke out now. So the 15's in this range now. 15 is in this range. And I believe that is the daily now got a bottom wick. No, not really. See if this daily can have a bottom wick. So if this daily is going to drive up, I don't know whether it needs to break the lows. I think if anything it needs to come and test the previous wick, which is there. Like that. So if we got that, and then we flip back bullish, there's only one thing you're coming up for, and that's to break this wick and push it, create a steeper top wick. So could we look at this for a wing back buy? Do we need to come down to this for a bottom wick on the daily? What we could do is, what would this be? Be a riskier trade. Because if the daily does want to come, it's either going to be stops or doing a flip free. What I might do, what's that, 50 pips? I'd use the same lot as I normally do, so it'd be half the risk. We could put stops below this low here. This would be a longer time frame trade as well, guys. You can literally leave this all the way back up. You need to see if this daily is going to push bullish. So I might be looking at something like this, wing back buy from 2353 to come back up. The safest thing to do would wait for it closes back above once you create that bottom wick. However, if you catch this nice, you're going to fly back up, looks like. Because you might just want to break these lows. I don't know whether you need to break this low. This would be either straight through to stops with no defense whatsoever, or it's going to reject from here, and that's going to initiate the daily pushing back up at that point. But you might want to come and break this low. This is the thing, you might need to break that low, so you might get a spike down and then back up. Or do we wait for that close back in? Do we wait for this to happen and then a close back above here, then we take that? Is that what we wait for? We're getting really nice pushing candles. Can this 4 make... If this 4 can be the one... I'm a bit scared of these 4s, to be honest with you, because look at that. And that started at 2 o'clock, unless there was news at 1:30. But if you look at these ranges what come through here, the 4s just fly through. So I'm just worried that these 4s can just absolutely bomb through the floor. Now, there's an hour and a half left of it, so we're halfway through the candle. So it's like, when does it initiate? Okay guys, that's what I'm after really. I probably will take that wing back, as long as we get some nice pushing candles. You've got no top wick on the 1. Can we come up to this? I mean, let's see, if you drive down, do you need to do something like this? And if you do, could we have this as take partial move to break even? So let's have a look at the 15. So you tap it here, you come back up, which is nice. Tap it, reject, hard. Down, tap, back up. $15 straight through, doesn't quite tap it. So we could get caught out there. And then we go straight through. Tap, back up. And you've got to remember the area where we think we're at. Tap, back up. The area where we think we're at. Oh, wait, let's move this just a tad closer. Just like that. The area where we think we're at, you don't actually reach down to this. You don't reach down here. So I'm not saying we're going to get down there. Tap, back up. We'd have to just be aggressive with stops with that. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at, guys. See, what's this here? What's this? This is... Let me mark this up. Could this be it? That back up, but you still come back down and tap. So are we going to get this? Are we going to mess about? Daily back up, come back down to then go. Let we'll check if we've tapped this. The thing is though, when the 15's close below there, you don't tend to get fake outs. So you would have to close on this one. Straight back up. Fall coming down, this one rejecting nicely. It's not the best, guys. I won't lie. So we've nearly tapped this little area. This is an area where you can reject from here. So what we can do is if the 15 closes back into this, we can buy up. Okay, because this would then rule that this is the wing back up. Now, I'm just going off. There's only one area where we've closed bullish in previous date. There's only one area where we look like we're doing the same thing. One. So this is where it's quite difficult in regards to probabilities, because price can do something completely new now. The price could carry on pushing down. What's next to close? So the 30's just closed. Heavily bearish, back into that range. We've had a top wick. So where should the 30? The 30's technically should be coming back down to 2, 1, 3. Which it looks like it's gonna come down to 2, 1, 3. Or is it? Heavily bearish. This is all I've got going on, guys, at the minute. I'm personally willing to take this wing back buys. But this is either going to be stops or it's going to work. And if you catch this, and that daily, that's the daily creating a bottom wick, and the daily flips the upside, you are in the money. Because where we going, there's only one place left to go. Might take a couple of days, might take the rest of the week. There's only one place left to go, and that is here, 2413, because that's the weekly. You probably won't obviously get up there in one day because previous data is showing us that's not what you do. You tend to reject down here on one day and then the next day it comes up and pops. So we might get something like this, maybe back down and then come up. But that's the only thing I'm seeing at the minute. If the daily drives down from now, the daily's never closed here and then drove down from here. But it's only drove back up once because it's only closed once here. So the odds are not the best. Okay, the odds are not the best. So it is a risky trade. Or you just walk away from the charts and just go. You just wait for the daily close. See where the daily closes. Because if you think about it, if the daily does do what we say, right, and does close bullish like this, this is what we're thinking we're going to get with the next daily, something like this. If this daily does close bullish like this, yeah, what are we thinking then? Well, there's only one place. It's gone. It's here. So all we do is wait for a pullback on this daily, which you got back down here, win back buys, up to fill the range. So fairly straightforward tomorrow if you get a bullish close. We just need to see price confirming that you're not going to close below these levels. I'm even looking for closures back above, into ranges above, on the 1 or something like that, or wing back buy from 2, 3, 5, 3. I'll be using the same lot, so it'll be half risk for me really, because this is only 60 pips. So that's what I've got going on, guys, really. There's nothing much else, unless something pops out for me here, but I don't know. Where I ideally want this hour to be the one what taps it, because that'll be a nice pushing candle. The 30's got a top wick. Ooh, what's this 30 gonna do? But if this 15 closes back into the range, retests, we could say, okay, well, that's us now back in that range. Is that as far as the daily's coming? We're now going to start breaking the highs. This is what we need to confirm and find out. But at the minute, the only thing I've got going on is a wing back buy from 235. Two, three, 5, 3. If this doesn't play out, we come straight through, then that's the daily. The daily broke the lows and it's into the next range. TB2 2392. You've got to understand as well, guys, like, it is a riskier trade, this. Why? Because the daily's got a top wick now. Right? The daily's, it hasn't got a steep top wick, mind, but it's got a top wick. So it's got a top wick, so it's a case of it has grabbed some liquidity, and if it's grabbed liquidity, how far does this daily want to push? For me, if it does push past these, then there's only one place left for it to go, and that's coming down to these levels at 233. Stops are far too big for me. So that's, because if you look, tap, tap. So if it does flip, yeah, and pushes past these wicks, it might come straight through. At that point, I'm not interested in it. Okay. So let's see if this daily can just create a nice bottom wick for us. Tap, test the previous wick, and then reject back to the upside. Start heading up to break the highs. That would be fantastic. Fantastico. But if we get a forward close below, guys, like, then, yeah, I'll probably look at sells down, because the fall will probably confirm the daily pushing steep. But I would need a top wick. I'd need a top wick on the 4, then sell stops underneath to come through this range, because it is quite a clean range, to be fair. This is a scary one, this, though, because the daily looks scary. Like I say, guys, if it's not your trade to take, don't take it. The safest thing to do is wait for closures back above here. Back above. That's what you could do. depending on how these close, like if this hour doesn't tap it, yeah, and this hour messes about, we might do that. We might do that. If you look at that, so our breakout, our close back in, so you had an hour fake out, you came back up, and that actually initiated the push up. But I don't know whether this is going to play out straight away. I don't know if you're going to get activated in London. This is the thing, because if you look at this one, this took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still didn't get activated. 6, 7, 8. You didn't get activated till London. A lot of hours. Let's get the tunes on. What do we want to talk about, guys? Bit of a boring day today. Yesterday was lovely though, wasn't it? What a lovely trading day yesterday was. We just need to see price struggling around here. Now something might pop out though, right? So stand by, stay alert still. Something might pop out. How's that? Hello, hello. Something might pop out where we're like, right, okay, if this does this, we're in. See, we've never really done this here. I mean, it looks like we're getting a bit of a... Morning, Keys. You okay, mate? It does look like that, doesn't it? We're in a bit of a... yes, I will, Keys, yes. So we're in a bit of a weird area, right? So the issue we've got is the daily done exactly what we said it was going to do yesterday, right? Basically, come up here and drop through the floor. That's what we've done. Come up here, drop through the floors. We've worked out, or we think we're on this here, where you come down, you close respecting these levels here. This is the only place where the dailies close like this. And we've done it again. No other place did we close around there on the daily on the way back down. They've all came straight through. Okay. So we're a bit like, are we going to come straight through? Or yeah, we're going to get this daily bullish close. And the reason we think we're going to get this daily bullish close, even though you've got no bottom wick on this daily, right, is because the weekly, we still need to fill the weekly range. Where's the weekly range? The weekly range is here. So we haven't filled the weekly range, and these have got no top wicks. Also, this tapped it before driving down. This tapped it before driving down. So are we saying that the reason this one didn't drive down is because this one came back up but didn't tap it again? So are we saying we need to tap this in order to drive straight back through the floor? And if that's the case, then are we going to get a bullish daily close today? And if we are, you've already had a top wick, which is not good for us. If we are, where's this bottom wick going to be on the daily? Well, the bottom wick shouldn't really break the lows. It doesn't need to. It can do, but it shouldn't need to drive up. So could we see something like this? Test the previous wick. Test the previous wick, and then reject back up, start pushing up, and then we get a wick coming down like that. Could we get something like that? Now, this wing back buy is risky or riskier, okay? Because if price is going to drive through, it's going to come and smash stops straight away. Okay, that's why my stops here. I'm using the same lot. That's what I normally use. So it's less pips, about 60 pip stops. Right, 60 pip stops for me. So it'll be a less risk trade, but it is a risky trade. What you can do to get rid of the risk if you want, as the daily's pushing down and breaks this low at 2355, you could just wait for a closure back above that, and basically you'd look for a fake out here where prices came below, came back in, and then you buy here to come back up, and that should be the daily starting to flip back to the upside. It's either that or you just wait for closures above. Where did we have? You can just take closures above here, 2370 for buys up, because if you come back above there, that's the daily probably confirmed to you, you're going to come and fill this range above here, 2392. That's what I've got. So we don't actually know if price is going to plummet the floor or you're going to reject and come back up at the minute. Weird day, to be honest with you. Weird day, because price has never really done this before. There is an area you can reject from here as well at 235. You're still printing bearish on all the time frames. Another thing, you might not play out in London. It can take a few hours to get down, but at the moment this is all I've got, guys. We'll give it till maybe 10 o'clock and see where we are. Basically with the forward close, we'll see what the forward does, because I really don't know if this forward is going to plummet through the floor like these ones, or you're going to reject here. Don't know. I don't know, guys. We will see. Time will tell. I'd really like this forward to tap it though. We're pushing nicely. But basically, if you take this wing back buy, take it with caution, right? Now the risk free for me would be this. I'm basically trying to get the fake out back in. If the fake out doesn't happen and we tap this, then you're going to come down and hit break even, but then you're likely going to carry on driving. Why did I have this on again? It was here. This is what we want, this here. This one. So we need the ones to close respecting these levels. If the one closes below, we can probably look to get out. Oh, you got a fake out here, mind. I need to do today, guys? What do I need to do? Two minutes, guys. Sorry guys, just had to take a phone call. Could you just go? Yeah, so we're struggling, like we're losing momentum, which is a good sign, believe it or not. It's a good sign. Yeah, I can't really do anything at the minute, guys. We need to see what price is going to do. We need to see if this daily is going to plummet through the floor, or whether they're going to have a bottom wick. You might not even get a bottom wick though. This is the thing. Why we might not get a bottom wick? Because this one didn't have a bottom wick and just carried on up. So this is what I'm saying. You might not get a bottom wick. So all I need to see here, right? All I need to see in this wick here is price start pushing up, and 15 minute at least start closing above into the ranges above, and then we can buy up. That's all we need to do, really. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm just going to do a bit of admin, really, guys. I've got some emails I need to send. I've got some phone calls I need to make, so I'll put some tunes on. I don't know whether you can actually get. How can I put tunes on OBS? I'll have to have a look at that. So when I mute, the music's still playing. You know what I mean? But for now, I'll just Any questions, guys? Drop it in the chat. Anything about the strategy? I mean, don't ask me questions like what colour underwear I've got on and things like that. Obviously about trading, or conspiracies, or football. Anything I like, basically. Morning, Sharif. How are you doing, mate? Okay, this is nice. We're pushing back up, guys. Let's see. So wish I can play my own tunes. Yeah, I'm gonna go make a brew, guys. What have we got on the chat? What's the biggest fish you caught so far? Now that's what I'm talking about, gears. So believe it or not, I love fishing. Yeah. If you've got me on Facebook, guys. If you haven't got me on social media, guys, follow me, join me. Any questions you have, reach out. I get back to everyone. It might take me a while, but I will get back to you. The biggest fish I've caught is £16 9 ounces, and it was a trout, a rainbow trout. I'm not a carp fisherman, so I don't catch these 40 plus pound. My mate is a really good carp fisherman. He's a good friend of mine, even though he's a Scouser, right? He's a good friend of mine. He's a class carp fisherman. He catches like monsters, pure where they're bigger than me, like they're huge. Some of them. I'm looking to get into carp fishing, but more just like the camping bit, the where they're set up beside the lake with the bivvies and that. I'm looking to get into that. I just haven't got round to doing it, man. But I'm a fly fisherman, me. I like fly fishing. My dad actually fishes for England, believe it or not. He's on the England team. He won Trout Masters, which is a massive competition across the country. He won Trout Masters 2-3 years ago. So yeah, I'm into trout. What it is, it's not the fight with the fish for me. I get my buzz from the take. So when your float goes under, or when your line tightens up. Yeah, with fly, you feel every turn of the fish with fly fishing. Where carp is like a heavy lump on your rod, and all the energy from the fish is going into the reel. Yeah. The thing with carp fishing for me, you have loads of gear. You gotta set up everything. Like, but if you spend a couple of nights, then fantastic. Yeah, it's, that's what I'm looking to do. Cause I like wild camping. You see, I love wild camps. So I thought mix the two. Look at this 15 now, 1 hour, guys. So we had a 1 hour close. I can't do anything yet though. I want some closures above here on the hour, I would think. If I get an hour close above there, I'm in there. You gotta be careful though, you might get that fake out. But, yeah. We just need to confirm what this daily's doing, guys. Could be really nice today. If we're right, like we were yesterday, it could be really nice. I mean, that entry yesterday for that wingback sell was sexy. Sexy as out, look at that. I haven't put it on the stream though, what I made. I've only put the stream one on. Beautiful music, isn't it? Oh, I'll tell you what, I watched Game of Thrones. The episode yesterday Game of Thrones was like unreal. It was fantastic. Do you know what it is? Like Game of Thrones for me is just way ahead of everything else on telly. Guys, I'm gonna go make a brew, I think. I'm gonna make my woman a latte. I went for a swim in the sea yesterday. It was lovely. Lovely. Straight after our stream, went for a nice swim. What do I need to do today? Yeah, I'm gonna go and make a brew, guys. I'll be back in a second. I'll leave the music on. We're just waiting here. There's now going on at the minute. Now, like I say, we might not actually get down there until New York. I don't know, but that's the only thing I've got at the minute. Just stay disciplined. Don't be grabbing trades because there isn't any. There isn't any. Yeah, I'll be back in a sec, guys. Oh my god, guys, we haven't even moved. We haven't done anything. 18 minutes for an hour close. What are we looking at, guys? What did the 15 do? 15 closed bullish, which is nice. Okay, we've created some sort of structure. Can we get a 15 closed back into 3? If we can get a 15 closed back into here, we might look to buy up. Okay. Because why would we close back into there? We're there because we probably can't do it on this 15 because that would be the first hour bullish, but then we're going to get a bottom wick. Let's see. I don't know whether I can take that, guys, but right, what do I need to do? I need to message Steve. Right in a second now. No bottom wick, 15 breaking the highs, is it? Anybody caught anything this morning? Other than a cold, because it's pissing down outside. Don't get sucked into this though, guys. Don't start buying yet. You've had no confirmation that you're buying yet. Okay. It's nice that we're creating some sort of structure, but it's the range for me is here. So it's like I would like this bottom wick, this daily bottom wick here. That's what I would like. But if the daily's not going to create a bottom wick like the previous data we're looking at, you're just going to go from here. So we need to confirm that. Breaking back above here, reject, not closing back in, and then we can look to buy up. Okay, that'd confirm. So I really want to say we're close, but we're not yet. Nothing's happened yet, guys. But remember, I've showed you the stream. You don't need many trades, right? You don't need many trades. How many did we take? 2. We took 2 last week. And we've took 1 this week so far. I know it's only Tuesday, man. But we only took 2 trades last week. Yeah. And that was a grand. Take 2 trades a week, 4 grand on a 200k account. Imagine if you had 4 200k accounts. Yeah, so that's what you've got to look at. It's just about being profitable. That is it. Over a long period of time. And we are. We've had 1 minus month on stream, guys. Come on, that's fantastic. That's really good. Yeah, 1 minus month on stream. April we were close, but we got it back to break even. At least still made some profit, man. But other than that, man, we're smashing it, absolutely smashing it. So we just got to keep doing what we're doing. I'm really pissed off with the MyFX link because I would have liked all this on the MyFX book. That's my bad. But I'll be doing this, you know, constantly long term anyway, so we're gonna have loads of data to go off. Shop will be open soon. We're just waiting on a few tweaking points. This is a Relentless hoodie, little teaser. What I do like is if you look on the back, I don't know if you can see it, but can you see the logo on the back? You just can't, can you? The logo on the back. Nice. Small, elegant, bit like me. Bit like me. Oh. Okay, I'm just doing some admin. A nice 15 close if we can break the highs. And just be very careful though, because this could just be a fake out to the upside. Because if you look at these 30s, you can pull back and then still bomb through the floor. So just be very careful. We need a bit more confirmation really. I mean, worst case guys, like it's a daily candle we're looking at. I'll just take a 1 hour or 4 hour above 2367. Like if price does go and we don't manage to get in here, we'll just take buys above there anyway, because stops at that point, like stops would be safe below these levels. You shouldn't be coming back down really. You're going to tap at least this before you tap that. It's a nice 15 though. Oh, this is the 30 as well. Okay, I'll tell you what we could do though. Well then, let me just have a look, because if the 15... Oh, it's a new hour guys, I'm going to have to get a bottom wick. Our bullish close. Are you going to come back up? You haven't even filled. You haven't even tapped 235. I can't take that. I'd need to tap 235. Yeah, look. Be very careful here, guys. Have we tapped 235? No, we haven't. I can't take that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait. If we had this hour pullback and we tapped this, then yes, we could probably buy up. But I can't at the minute. You're in a clean traffic range down to there. But if price does reject, I'd need to see some sort of pullback, break the lows again, and then come back in, confirming that this is new structure getting formed. That's the only way I would buy up at the minute. No bottom wick on this 15 either. Oh, this is the 4, isn't it? Let's have a look at the 4, guys. Let's have a look at the 4. Okay, so 4 closing. Where are you closing? Oh, are we closing something like this? We haven't tapped that level. This 4's tapped the level. So therefore, are we this one? Are we going to get a top wick and then flip to the downside? If that's the case, could we buy down? Potentially, but I'd need a top wick. I'd need a top wick to... If we get a top wick to 2363, we could potentially get sell stops underneath to come down. And what we're expecting is another 4 to come and tap 23. That'd be my TP though. I wouldn't be looking at any sellers below there, but that'd be my TP. For this 4 already tapped it. You got another 4 closing here, then you pull back. This is what I'm saying, it might not play out today. Today in London session. So if you look at this 4, this is where we're closing. New 4 closed bullish. Let's say you had then sell stops underneath this 4 because you pulled back. You didn't actually play out until the next 4. 4 unless this is the 4 we're looking at. 4 close respect and the new 4 is just going to bomb through the roof. Is that what we're getting? That's potentially what we could get right now on this new 4. If that's the case, how can we get in? How can I get in? I I need an advantage point of some sort. Okay, this is what we could do. If the 5 closes above here, what does that mean? 5 close, go on, back up. 5 close, back up. This could be our take partial. Move to break even. This could be the 4 area here, guys, where you reject from hard. And if we are, we can probably bomb it through the ceiling. However, price does tend to come down to these levels. So if you look at that 4, what I said can bomb it up. Look what the previous 4 done though. You came down to tap this level. We haven't even tapped this level. But actually, how have we? Because are we on this? Is this that? And now we're going to bomb it up. This is what's difficult. Because we've already been down here, we're not sure if this is it. And this is just a pullback before going. I mean, this 4 could really power up here now. But if I can get an advantage point on the 15, if the 15 can pull back for a bottom wick for me, we can get some buy stops on the other side. But the thing with stops though, guys, you're going to have stops back down there because I'd need stops below that. Ideally, you'd want it that, 150. That's what I'd be after, really. So if the 15 closes like this and doesn't tap 2363 and we pull back, tap previous support, we can get a buy stop on. That's our advantage point. We can take that up. Because this could be the area where we reject from. Okay? But I need a bottom wick here, guys. Vital I get a bottom wick. I need a bottom wick to at least... Well, I'd probably want that tuck, but... pull back needed. Let me just have a look at these 15s. So you don't quite make it up on these 15s, do you? Oh, it's a bit Mario music. Did you hear Mario there? Look at that 4. Yeah, we need a wick fill on this 4. We're going to buy stop on the other side of the 4. Because all the 4s pull back to here. So every time you get a 4 close, they all pull back. So yeah. Yeah, come on, let's get a bottom wick 4. Get this bottom wick. We don't want to pull back first, guys, otherwise I can't take it. Oh, come on, you little bugger. If this pulls up, it's not for me to take. Oh, look at that 15, you little shitbag. You little shitbag. This is what we might get, you see. But even if we do, I mean, these are forward time frames. Once you get a forward close back above there, guys, bottom wick, buy stops on, all the way up to our TP. That's what we're after. Fairly straightforward. We're just working out if the daily needs to have a steeper bottom wick. That's it. That's all we're doing. So if we do get a wick fill and we push to here, and price wants to carry on down, it's going to carry on from there. It's unlikely it's going to come back, tap us, and then take us down. However, if we push down first, and if we do come back up, and we haven't tapped this, then it can still reject from there, but that's our advantage point, and it looks like it's coming up to tap it already. So there's nothing I can do there. Because you can just reject from here and push down. Yeah. Because we haven't tapped this level. I do believe we're probably going to have to tap this first. So basically, are we just on this? And this is the pullback of the 4. And we're going to flip to the downside. If that's the case, could we take wing back sells from there? We probably could, but it's risky if the 4 does decide it wants to push up. So you might as well just wait. You're not going to miss the move. It just means you're not going to get in You're not gonna have the best entries, and you know what I'm like with my entries. Well, you know, I like a good entry. You know me, I like a good entry, don't I? Guys, just check if the chat's still back on, because it did disconnect. Oh, look at that, guys. That would have been nice, that. Just thinking of the 4. See, the 4 doesn't have to come and give us a bottom wick, because this 4 didn't. However, if it does flip, nah, this one got a bottom wick and you closed bullish on this 4, so I wouldn't do it. I was thinking about getting the sell stops underneath, but it's not for me. Not for me. Yeah, cheers, Jordan. I get a little sign come saying OBS disconnected, and then I get a sign saying OBS reconnected. Tap that advantage point, guys. Yeah, testing 1, 2, 3. Radio check over. The 15s can tap and reject from there. I can't get a sell stop on, guys, because the 4 can give a top wick and then still flip to the upside. But this is looking nice. This is nice what we're seeing. Yeah, he's got no bottom wick either. Ooh, nice pushing candle. No bottom wick. Is this going to reject? That is the question. Good morning, Vin. How are you doing, mate? Sup, mate? Isn't it crazy how like the English language has always changed? So Andy, yeah, Andy was part Relentless. He's like, he has OCD with spelling. Obviously, I can't spell. But he has OCD with spelling. However, what he doesn't understand is, so I'll say a sentence or something and he'll correct me spelling for me, or reword it properly for me. He has this OCD thing. Okay, plus he's trying to take the piss. Yeah. However, what he doesn't understand is, the English language has been changing through centuries and centuries. It's constantly been changing and updating. So before you know it, we'll be spelling sup like sup. Or we are, it'll just be an R. You know what I mean? That's what will happen over time. So he doesn't quite understand that. He's not down with the kids, I don't think. What are you pushing here, guys? I mean, it's nice if we can get this bottom wick still. I'd still be interested, but it just means my buy stop would be above the wick. So for example, let's say this 4 does something like that and then flips. We can still have a buy stop on the 4. It's unlikely we're going to get tapped though and activate it, because if you do that, it means you're probably coming down to this level at this point. That's what it means. That would have been nice if we had the bottom wick. Let's see what you're going to do here. It can reject or it can fly through here, guys. Let's see what this 4 is like. Uh, 30, up. If we get a 30 close above, could we take a potential wing back buy from 236? Potentially. What about the 1? Again, the 1's done the same, so you got a 1 close above, and then you drove to 2371. However, you might have pulled back first. So could you take a potential wing back buy from there if you close above there? Potentially. I think, look at these ones though, you tend to fly. Got 1 close there, 1 close here. That initiates the move, I think. 1, back down. Oh, we could have a potential win back buy for me, you know. If we get the 1 close out. So if we get the 1 break above 2367, we could potentially get a win back buy from 2364, it looks like. That's if we decide to go. Here we didn't know. Look at that 1 fake out, straight back down. And if you had buy stops above there, you would have been caught out. Look at this though, guys. No bottom wick. Gone. Guess what we've had? We've had no bottom wick, have we? No bottom wick. Can you just carry on from here? Ooh, interesting, interesting. It's nice with creating some sort of structure here though. I would prefer this getting tapped. I'd feel a lot better with buys going up if this got tapped, 2355. Because it means the 4 would have a bottom wick, the daily would have a bottom wick at that point. But we know that the daily doesn't have to have a bottom wick. But I would just feel better about it. Next to close. See, if we had a bottom wick on this, we'd have a buy stop above that. That'd be the advantage point. It'd be risk free now. And if you drove, if you carried on, which you can do, you'll be well in the money. But I needed that bottom wick, guys. I didn't get it. Waiting, guys. We're waiting. Nice 15 close. So that would. Can you understand why we need advantage points? That was our advantage point. There's nowhere else to go for the 15 apart from here, but we didn't get the bottom wick, so we couldn't grab it. What is price going to do now? It's either going to reject from here. The 4 was either reject or you carry on moving up. We've got the 30 next to close. Now, if I can get this 15 to come down, create a bottom wick for this, we might potentially have a buy stop on the other side because... Actually, you didn't break above, did you? So I don't know whether we can do that. But you shouldn't come back up. Nah, we'll just wait. We'll just wait. Slow, guys. Slow. Yeah, I was reading this the other day. Like, don't you think this Euros has been shit? Like, there hasn't been any proper unreal matches. There hasn't been many goals either. It's been loads of own goals, loads of 0-0 draws and 1-1 draws. No superstar performances. Top scorer has like 3 goals. Just, do you know what I was saying this the other day? Like, I felt like wasn't the best. It didn't feel like a Euros. Bit crap, really. What's this 15 going to do? You broke the highs again, right? But it is up to an area where you can reject from. Is the 15 going to reject? And if it is, could we find our advantage point? 8 minutes left for the 30. We don't know if the 30 is respecting or broke above. Just thinking if this 1 hour does come and tap 2, 3, 6, 7. The big rejection area, this guy's here. Look, you can just come straight back down. We might not break out in, I'm only on till 11 guys, we might not break out in London. Okay. I will set this win back by though. Also, I mean, my target's coming. I'm looking at sells 2414. You could just set a sell limit on it to come back down. That's what I am looking at. What are you doing, Noah? Are we going to reject for me, guys? If that's the case, are we coming back down? Oh, it's lashing down now. Can you see the rain? Hammering it down. Bloody hell, guys. Anyone bored? Anyone bored yet? What? The 30's closed bullish. Now I can do at the minute, guys. Nothing I can do. We're pushing. I'm just cautious, guys, that this might not be the move up. This might just be up to come down to then come up. Guys. we've got to see if we're going to reject from here. Come on, gold, do something. I don't know if we're going to get anything, guys. What I might do, though, we might place this wing back buy on stream. So we might put a buy limit on. It's whether we need to come back up to then drop to the top to then go. Or do we just wait? I don't think that would happen here, guys. Okay, let me turn the music off. Let's talk about what we're going to be doing now. So basically, this is gone now. We could have had, this was a bit of a setup here, but we didn't get the pullback we wanted, which is fine. We're still confirming whether the daily is going to be flipping to the upside. If you look at the daily now, look, it's pulled back up. It hasn't created a bottom wick. It doesn't need a bottom wick, remember. We could just get this. So it's a case of we taking buys above here anyway, because if we close above here on like the 1, I'll be taking buys up, because if, let me zoom in for you. So as the daily flipped back up to the upside here, you would have had a 1 hour close. There's only one place to come, and that's up here. So this would be my target. So I'll be taking buys from here to here up. Okay. Now if the daily is going to mess about and wants to come back down for a steeper bottom wick, bear in mind this hasn't happened here. The bottom wick, you shouldn't really break the lows. if you're going to flip back up to the upside. So this is the thing, it is a riskier trade, but you can come down and test the previous wick, and if you do, you're probably going to reject off here. So this is going to be a case of stops hit, or you're getting in on a beautiful entry, you flip back to the upside and come back up to the upside. So I'm not going to place it on stream, however I'll be looking at it on my personal accounts, okay, but I won't put it on stream, so therefore we won't add it to the stream record and stuff like that. If anything changes, whatever, so it's up to yourselves, and that's what I'll personally be looking at, or buys above 2367. That's the only thing I've got going on, guys, but might not happen till New York, okay, because this daily can still come back down. And the reason being is because previous data does show us that you can do this. So you can come up, tap, back down, tap, back up. Okay, but you can also do this and mess about. So I'm trying to work out if you're going to reject from here or you're going to close straight through. And if you do, retest to come back up. Then, but at the minute, probably not going to happen until probably the next 4 hours, which is about 2 o'clock. So there's nothing I can really do here, guys. So I am going to love yous and leave yous. I am actually on tomorrow now, so I will be back on stream tomorrow. So it just means I might not be on Thursday or Friday. I've not decided yet. I've got to do something on a morning, so I'll let you know. But yeah, we're back on tomorrow at 8 AM. If I do, I think this wing back buy is on the trade IDs anyway. I'll keep the trade IDs updated. Is it on there? Let me have a look. Yeah, it is. So if anything changes with the trade IDs, I'll drop it in the trade IDs on Discord. Other than that, guys, if you haven't done, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, jump into our Discord, and I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm sure I turned this music off, didn't I? I'll see you all tomorrow then. Alright, guys, have a good day. Catch you later now.